Well, today, the CPFSA successfully removed all the boys from the Sunbeam Boys Home. And that's what we're here, just to oversee what's happening. So as we speak, all boys have been removed from the Sunbeam Boys Home by the CPFSA.
But what?
Well, there are certain things that happen like a thief in the night, and this was one of those things. Sunbeam doesn't have resources, even enough resources to provide the care and the development for the boys that we do here. But the CPFSA has access to resources that allow them to move the case from the parish level, from the parish court, and brought it to the Supreme Court as a surprise move, tactical move. They did that to achieve their end. Their end was the removal. They went to the Supreme Court to ask the Supreme Court to give them that authority to move.
When did you receive that notice from the Supreme Court?
We received that notice last Friday, requiring a response from us to the court to be filed in the Supreme Court by Monday of that week, and for us to attend the Supreme Court on Thursday of the same week. We obviously didn't have the resources to mobilize a legal team to respond to that filing adequately, which we attempted. We were unable to meet those deadlines. And again, even that was strategic. The same documents that we received were filed at the Supreme Court on the 15th of the month, 15th of February. We received those on or about the 20, maybe the 24th, 25th, thereabout. So in terms of the time to properly respond to that over the weekend for submission the Monday morning to the Supreme Court was almost an impossibility. We attempted to do that, and we eventually had the documents filed on the day of the court. Incidentally, they beat us at the game. We were just fish out of water. We were told to show up at the Supreme Court at 2:30. On our way to the Supreme Court, we got a call to say, oops, it's not a physical meeting, it is a Zoom meeting. So our team is scattered all over the countryside now because the lawyer is not with us, we're not with the lawyer, we're at a different place. Unfortunately, our lawyer fell off the call, Zoom call. But that doesn't stop the judge from proceeding.
So, what's next?
Well, we will appeal. We believe we have the duty.
Proceeding?
Yes, we have engaged, a strengthened legal team to make that submission. In the first instance, we got this notice yesterday at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon that they're coming today by 10 to remove the boys. So all of that, what you have seen here, is an overnight preparation on our part to ensure that the boys were engaged, calm down, prepared, because we believe that every day with these boys is our best day with them. They have removed them now, but we hope that our training, our modeling before them would have prepared them for life after Sunbeam, wherever that is. And if it is the Lord's will, that they be returned to us. Our arms are open wide, because that's what we do. Youth development, nation building, that's what we do. Unfortunately, we may have dropped the ball where the legal situation is concerned, because we're not versed in that. And we actually had a lot of confidence in the courts. So we were basically just going with the courts. We went to court twice, and the judge looked at the case. The judge said, listen, the first case, they wouldn't side with the CPFSA because the judge wasn't convinced that what they wanted was in the best interest of the boys. And the judge said, listen, get that done and come back to me and prove to me such and such. We went to the next case, next court date. It was deferred to the 11th. But they circumvented that. While we are preparing to go to the lower court, they circumvented, pull a fast one on us. And this is the result of it. But I'm hoping that good sense will prevail. We at Sunbeam know that the matter is perhaps out of the court, albeit we are seeking to make an appeal. We don't know where that will go. We will be glad to share our side because lots of wrong happened, culminated in today. For 48 years, we've been investing in nation building, mending boys, broken boys to men. And somebody start a line of untruths and sold it to the minister. The minister, without inquiring, without checking, gave endorsement for that, which is lots of untruth. The untruths include they speaking to me. That's what they told the media. They have had no conversation with me about quote-unquote systemic abuse at Sunbeam. They report to the media that the situation at Sunbeam was so bad that they had to come in and do training, retraining of the staff. That is untruth. Why would the CPFSA, in the person of one no less than the CEO, need to speak these untruths about Sunbeam? What did Sunbeam do so wrong that you have to go to that extreme length to prove that you can shut down an organization? If we had put up a stall on the roadside and it was at the wrong place, the public health department and or the police would have come to us and said, hey, listen, you've got to move that. They would give us an ultimatum to move that, or they come and move it themselves. Here we have, at the time, nearly 52 boys in care, 20 staff, 19 staff employed, millions of dollars in resources invested here. And somebody called me on the phone, this is a CPFSA CEO, to say, Mr. Finnikin, out of respect for you, sir, and your office, I am calling you to advise you. First, I'm talking to this lady. I'm calling you to say, we are pulling the license from Sunbeam out of respect. She didn't have to show respect to me. I don't necessarily need her respect. All I needed was due process. Did they give us a letter to outline at any time in over the last 5 years that Sunbeam, you are in breach? No, absolutely not. So a call to me, she could have called to say, Mr. Finnikin, we have grave concern about what's happening at Sunbeam. These are reports coming to us. What is the board going to do about it? Nothing like that. But out of courtesy to call me that they have yanked the license, I am concerned about if that's the way we go about doing things, that's the way the agencies of government go about doing things, it's absolutely wrong. The extent that they have gone to carry out their wrong has startled me, has surprised me. And I am disappointed, to say the least. I am very disappointed to know that a government agency could preside over the wrong. Now, they removed 36 boys today. These are 36 boys in a safe environment, in a nurturing, loving environment where their development, their education, their well-being being taken care of. These boys get up in the morning, get dressed, have their breakfast, travel by taxi, bus, whatever, go to some of the best high schools around in the parish of St. Catherine and return for dinner. These are not the boys that are causing problems out there. And are you saying that this environment is toxic for these boys? How toxic? Point out to us how that what we are doing is wrong and help us fix it. We certainly haven't gotten the sense that this is the beginning of fixing Sunbeam's problem by them. No, this is to show how strong they are, how powerful they are, and that they can do whatever they want to do, right or wrong. And that is sad. And I hope Jamaica will recognize that this is not what we want to see from our agents of the state. This is not the kind of expectation we have. We honestly believe in engagement. We have a partnership. Our records can prove, we took the phone call in January and their actions up to date. Sunbeam was the model boys home in the country. The model. Are you telling me that you found something so endemic wrong with the model facility that without a warning, you shut it down? To whose benefit? Okay, so you have moved the boys into state care. You are saying to the country that the state have a better track record of caring for the state children in state care than a private Christ-centered facility that has a track record of doing it for 48 years. Those are questions to be answered, and I hope Jamaica will help us to get those answers. We has always maintained a youth development thrust at Sunbeam. We were required to provide a place of safety for children. We have long not provided a place for safety. We have long passed that and have moved into creating an environment for youth development. And that we have done, and we hope to continue to do it. Whether we will continue to do so in partnership with government is another matter, because there is no mistrust. There is no, our name has been thrown in the gutter for reasons unbeknown to us. Unbeknown to us. I still am leaning on the side of justice, that some protection for Sunbeam, for the Jamaican citizens, still resides in the court system.